Love is life's true currency. This is a quote I came up with years ago because I feel like it's the one that captures the essence of relationships. Our relationships, how we give and receive love, will dictate how satisfied we feel about our lives, especially when it comes to relationships with our family members. It's the focus of this channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 6 vital things you and your loved ones need from each other every single day. As I go through this list, you may realize you're not applying one or more of these things in your life. But what I'd like you to do is pinky swear, pinky swear that when you recognize something you'd like to add to your life, that you only work on practicing one thing, one idea per week or even per month, because it takes time to build habits. And sometimes improving communication with your loved ones can require a little extra oomph because it involves so many moving parts. I mean, humans, you know that. I'm going to be sharing highlights with you in this video, but if you click on the link in the description below, you can download my ebook for easy reference, and I've also included a printable for your fridge. Let's get started. Number 1, focus. This is a challenge. Focus is hard. I get that. Today, the demands on your attention are so high, they're actually intense, and you can feel scattered. It's hard to focus on your own thoughts and to-do list, let alone another human being's needs, wishes, dreams. The obvious thing that comes to mind when you think of the word focus, it may be putting away your distractions, your cell phones, your iPads, the TVs, books, newspapers, etc. And that is important, but what's more important is to learn how to keep your energy in the moment and on the people that you're with in the room. One of the best ways to do this is to develop a habit of something called active listening. And let me tell you, active listening takes some practice. Active listening means fully paying attention to the words and body language of the person you're with. Because remember, most human communication is non-verbal. You know what a roll of the eyes can do. I don't know if I can do it. You and I know the truth is most people claim to be listening, but they're really just waiting for the other person to be finished talking so they can say what they want to say. So they end up putting the focus on that and missing the communication from their loved ones or whomever they're talking to. And one more quick note about focus. Knowing and remembering that old adage, what you water grows. So ask yourself, are you focusing on the faults of your loved ones or their strengths? Because one of the best ways to improve your relationships is to look for what's right. Look for solutions, not problems. When you can do this, it makes all the difference in strengthening your relationships. Try this tip. Maintain eye contact with the person you are communicating with. This will help you stay present, and it's a really great step on the way to active listening. Number 2, affirmation. You may be thinking of reciting affirmations when you see this on the list, but that's not the key message here, so make sure to keep watching. Every single one of us has a desire to be validated by our loved ones. You want to be worthy of that love. You want to be needed and valued. One of the biggest complaints I hear in my coaching practice is people feeling undervalued in their relationships. Affirming that you can see the other person goes a very long way in building strong relationships. Affirming in many ways means paying attention to the small details and nuances to let your loved ones know that you're engaged and in the moment. Affirming is akin to saying, I want to be here with you. Try this tip. You can affirm by asking follow-up questions because you can offer your own stories or experiences or ask questions when you're having a conversation with one of your loved ones. You can also affirm by practicing non-judgment. Number 3, security. For the next 30 days, do not threaten the people that you love. Some of you may think I mean physically threaten, which should never, ever happen. And if you're in that situation, that's a whole different conversation, and please consider professional help to get you through. What I mean is don't threaten to leave the relationship. Don't threaten to take away toys or digital devices. Nothing. Instead of using threats, start asking questions. Start a conversation and dig for the real issue that you're facing. You can even consider asking simple questions like, can you please help me see this from your point of view? Every person's perception is their reality. You can't change that, but you can start to understand it, and that's impactful. When you start to dig and ask questions, you can resolve issues rather than allowing them to continually recur. Digging and getting to the root cause allows you to create depth and trust in your relationships too. It's important. It gives them longevity. Threats undermine so many aspects of relationships. Threats, when you're on the receiving end, make you feel unwanted and often unworthy. Also, people that make threats often feel bad afterwards anyway. Uttering threats doesn't make you powerful or put you in a powerful position. It actually makes you feel weak. Emotional security creates an environment that flows. It allows you to be closer to your true self. Emotional security is like the spine on which relationships are built. It's the key to create the security within your relationships. Try this tip. When you feel tempted to utter a threat to your loved ones, ask yourself, why do I feel so afraid of this situation that I'm thinking about retaliating with such anger and force? Number 4, kindness. I'm going to share an idea right now that may sound odd to you the first time that you hear it, but please give it a chance and let it sink in. The idea is this: treat your loved ones with the kindness you would give to a stranger, or more importantly, a prospective customer. When we want to land a new client, we tend to take the time to get to know them. What are their needs, their wants? How can you solve their problems in order to create a mutually beneficial relationship? We put in that time and effort to get to know them. For some reason, this level of respect and understanding can often go right out the window when it comes to our loved ones. We actually expect them to read our minds and get angry when they get it wrong. That's why you have to get back to basics. Don't assume you know everything about your loved ones and assume that they know everything about you. This includes asking questions about his or her needs, hopes, and wishes. People evolve daily and even moment by moment, and you just don't want to miss out on that growth. Kindness includes things such as eye contact, conversation, physical touch. Sometimes just holding somebody's hand or moving or brushing their hair just off the forehead like that, or just a kiss on the forehead, can be a godsend for both of you. Kindness goes a long way. Kindness allows your loved ones to feel nurtured and validated. Being truly kind requires mental energy and effort because you have to slow down and you have to get to know your loved ones as they are, not as you wish them to be. And the last quick point here is that your loved ones aren't your punching bags, and it's not okay to use them as such. Try this tip. Try looking at your loved ones as your most important prospective clients for a whole week. Pay attention to how you transform your conversational style and approach, and remind yourself, if you wouldn't talk to a prospective client with a certain tone, or you wouldn't use certain words, then maybe practice trying not to use those with your loved ones, just for a whole week. Number 5, spoken love. Remember to say, I love you, I appreciate you, things like that, because everyone needs to hear it, no matter what you think. My parents came from a different country where it's not commonplace to say, I love you. But we grew up as Canadians, and it is more common for Canadian parents to say those words to their kids and their loved ones. Since it was something we needed, we started to teach our mom by saying, I love you, to her. It wasn't long before she was saying it back to us and to everyone she loved. That short little statement is the doorway into the heart of people you love, but it must be accompanied by actions that match it. You cannot treat someone like garbage and then throw in an I love ya. The words need to be consistent with your actions. When my sons were very little, I found myself saying a really simple statement to them at bedtime. I'd say, I'm so lucky to be your mom. I feel blessed that you're my sons, and I'm so grateful for you. And then soon after I began doing this at bedtime, they started to say similar things back to me. Now that they're older, one of them's even taller than me, they tend to be the ones to come to me and say these little words to me as I fall asleep, because they can stay up longer than me. So the roles are reversed. And it's a wonderful way for us, because it helps continue our appreciation of each other and strengthen our connection. The point of my sharing my personal examples with you about my family is not to be boastful. No, not at all. It's to illustrate a point that sometimes you have to be the one to take the lead on spoken love. Sometimes you have to set the example before you set the task or expectation from others. Try this tip. Practice spoken love without any expectation. If you take the time to share your heartfelt appreciation to your loved ones and you don't hear it back from them, don't stop. They may need time to absorb your gratitude, and also might just need time to see that this appreciation that you're expressing is there to stay. And it's not just another fad or technique. Number 6, reliability or consistency. Consistency helps develop trust, and that's a pillar of love that lasts. Knowing that the other person will always be there for you and vice versa, no matter what, it's important. Inconsistency, on the other hand, hurts relationships. If you don't know what version of the person you're going to get that day, or from day to day, or even moment for moment, you will become rattled. Inconsistency leads to uncertainty. Uncertainty leads to instability, and instability leads to relationships falling apart. So if you can make a habit of being consistent, not only will it make you feel better because you're not having to ride the highs and lows, but your loved ones will appreciate it too, because they'll know what to expect. We all know that there will be times when you will behave out of character. That's not what this tip is about. This is about being steady emotionally the majority of the time. This is about not indulging in every emotion that you feel like expressing at the expense of the emotions of others. Try this tip. When you find yourself wanting to react versus respond, then leave the room to regroup, so you can come back to the conversation when you feel clear and comfortable. That clarity will help you find your way to your true nature. From that place, you will also respond in a manner that fosters the long-term well-being of your relationship. So there you have it. 6 simple steps to help you foster the relationships you have under your roof. You know, the ones that matter the most to you. And don't forget, there will be a link to a downloadable guide below this video so you can go back and reference these points at any time with ease. There's even a 1-pager that you can put up on your fridge or somewhere else to remind you of these 6 powerful steps to help you improve your relationships, because it's what your loved ones need from you every day and what you need from them. A quick reminder, like I said at the beginning of this video, you should only attempt one of these items on this list at a time if you're looking to truly improve and transform and enhance your relationships. Trying to do more than that will either set you up to fail, or it just won't allow you to actually apply the ideas fully as deep as they need to be applied for them to be long-term pillars in your communication style. Click below in the description to find our downloadable guide. Thanks for watching. You can expect videos every Friday with me, Ranbir Puar, all about parenting, kids, and family, developing growth, connection, communication, and resilience under your roof. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified. You can also follow me on social media for more content and for us to stay connected. All the links are available in my profile. You can also find other resources for parents and kids if you head to my online school. The link is available in the description, or just go to innerchampion.me.